So in the lead up to the 27th of April this year, some of you will likely be travelling to North Dallas for the Faithless Forum, a conference specifically for YouTube atheists. And whilst I hadn't given it much thought, a recent conversation with a friend of mine has developed some concerns I have about what could transpire there. Now, of course, I won't be attending. I live in India and lack the funds to travel to America for such a short event, which is where the problem stems from. As I'm sure some of you are aware of, things have got a little tense in the secular community over the past 2 weeks. Following my response to Stephen Woodford's video on trans athletes, there's been a drawing of sides, which is surprising since Woodford's video is objectively bad with the science it utilizes. It also uses said bad science to argue for the removal of certain human rights for trans folk, using emotional appeals to argue such. All of which I covered in my response, which you should watch for full context. So why am I making this video? Well, I've come to realize that it's very easy for certain elements to start spinning the narrative that what transpired was my fault, that I've gone full nuclear and fractured the atheist community as a result. No, I'm not saying that Woodford would do this. We have an uneasy truce at the moment, but there are others out there. The problem here being that I, as someone currently living in India who won't be attending, won't be able to defend myself from that should that start to become the narrative. Not until it makes it online in some form, which is where you lot come in, and I really do hate to be doing this. But could those of you who are attending keep an ear out for this and challenge it should it arise? I'm asking you to point out the facts that Woodford was the one who barged into my backyard utilizing bad science and, intention aside, thoroughly dehumanized trans folk as an emotional tool and in what he was arguing for, namely the stripping of trans folk of their human rights. I wasn't the one who opened and closed my video with thoroughly alarmist rhetoric like this.
And I'm convinced that unless quickly rectified, this will kill women's sport. I don't want to see the day when women's athletics is dominated by Y chromosomes, but without a change in policy, that is precisely what's going to happen.
And yeah, I was angry. I'm still angry, but I didn't choose this fight. I was born into it. By the simple facts that I am trans, when someone attempts to strip trans people of their rights utilizing piss-poor science and emotional appeals and dehumanization, I'm going to defend myself. Not that I should need that as a justification if we are aiming for a community of critical thinkers, but it is there as well. Woodford not only utilized pseudoscience, they did such on a topic which is going to cause a great deal of harm. And that's where we are at the moment. I'm still waiting on Woodford's response, though they haven't given me an estimated time of completion. Hopefully they correct their mistake and either remove their original video, or make clear that it has been thoroughly debunked in some way, such as by changing the title. So that's all I really wanted to say. If those of you attending could just keep an ear out for this sort of thing, and if it comes up, correct people on their misinformation. Now, I won't end this video in the usual way, as it's not really a response video or educational video, it's more of a personal one with some updates. So yeah, take care and I'll see you next time.